Welcome back, race fans, and welcome to another Wastelands Raceway video. Today we are going to be doing a speed build. Now I've got 6 cars here and they are vying for the auto duel arena. If you haven't seen the auto duels yet, check them out. They are great fun. They are also going to be Gaslandified now. So we're going to build these cars up. As I said, 6 cars, no affiliation, they're all going to be singles. So yeah, like I said, we're going to speed build these. Not going to be pretty, they're not going to be the quality that you're used to from Kinky Weasel, or the attempt at quality of myself, but we're going to give it a whirl. So as you may or may not know from our previous videos, all of our cars are built with wheels that are stuck. We don't want cars running around on the map when you're playing, because obviously they move position and bits and pieces like that. So we are going to do wheels that roll. That's right, you hear me correctly, rolly wheels. See Batman here, he spins a little bit, but his wheels are stuck, so he doesn't move anywhere on the board. But as you can imagine, 2 cars hurtling down the track towards each other to smash the living daylights out of each other, they need to be able to move. So we're going to just do the tops of these vehicles. Paint jobs, some armour, maybe a ram or 2. Who knows? You have to keep watching to find out, I suppose. Bits we're going to be using are going to be the implements of Carnage. They are from North Star Figures. Other stockists are available, but these guys are the ones that put it out. Also, we're using a little bit of this mesh. It's metal. Don't remember where I got it from, but it's quite flexible, easier to cut. Don't know what I'm going to be doing with it yet. I'm literally doing this as we roll. I've got a couple of bits of 3D printed armour and bits, and also the tube of shame. This is bits and pieces that I've tried to use, haven't finished using, broken up to use a tiny little piece of a car or anything like that. Please keep these around, they come in so handy when you're building. Also got another one full of wheels and bits and pieces that I bought. Can't remember where I got them from, I do apologise. So yeah, let's get underway. So starting with, got the Mazda RX-3 hot rod, which is Jaded, it's called. Got that from a car boot sale. We've got the Sting rod. I bought this specifically for Gaslands because, let's face it, it's the most Gaslands car I've ever seen. Kit from Knight Rider in pursuit mode. Bought that just because it's got a ram on the front of it. We've got a custom Ford. I've done one of these before, and we're going to do something a little different with that. And we have got the 56 Ford truck. Again, bought specifically for Gaslands because it looks very Gaslandsy already. I've said it already, the wheels need to spin. So we won't be doing anything with the bottoms, but we will be doing things like rams, armour plating, bits and pieces like that. No weapons, as weapons are not allowed in the Gaslands arena just yet. But that's something we'll be looking into in the future, depending on how the Carnage goes. So there's the 6, let's get building. I won't show you the whole building, we'll just cut to it, shall we? No one needs to see me sticking bits on cars. So here we go. As you can see, I've got some 3D printed bits and pieces. I've got some tubing, which I get from work, but you can get the plastic tubing from Amazon. Don't know why that was Amazon there. A couple of bits of not toothpicks, what are they? Little bits of wood you can get from Hobbycraft or stuff like that. You can use them as metal struts to hold the rams and bits in places. Got a barrel stuck to the back there, and some tubes on the side, which I've been informed are not self-righting mechanisms. They are simply an exhaust extension. Whether I believe that or not is a different matter, because this quite clearly is an exhaust extension. Got a bit of armour on the top there in case you land. That scoop there is off a Matchbox digger that I ripped off the front because we don't like Matchbox, and we have stuck it to the front, done a little bit of the netting stuff to give it a little bit of texture. Didn't do much else to this car. I quite like the look of it. Anyone that doesn't know the auto duels, if you flip your opponent's car and they land on the side of the roof, it's a win for you. And so you can see there's clearly some thought gone into these for the drivers. They have put things and bits and pieces on the top, stuck a little bit of modelling putty in there just to give the rams a little bit of buff when they hit each other, so hopefully they don't just splice off straight away, although that will be quite fun. It's quite low clearance on that one, but he does roll quite nicely. We've got, which turned out to be my favourite one, the RX3, used a front scoop for an extra spoiler, which wasn't too sure about at the time, but it worked out quite well in the end, I think. Got a kit I literally just chucked stuff onto him. The idea of these cars is that you've got a limited amount of time to build them up and then get them into the race, get them into the arena, and then basically smash the living daylights out of each other. You'll be able to rebuild your cars in between races, but not in between runs. So if it's a 3-run race, anything that gets ripped off your vehicle, unfortunately, has to stay off your vehicle. So we've got them all sprayed now. Now the front of these two, as you can see, they've been scraped off. The paint didn't take very well. I don't know why. I've never had an issue with this spray paint before. It is car body spray paint that I get from the range. It's a matte black, but for some reason it just didn't take on 2 sections of these cars. So all I did was take my trusty craft knife and just scratch the bits that were bubbled off, which is fine. I was planning on doing rust on some of these cars anyway, and they don't have to be fully rusty, they don't have to be beat up, because again the idea is that the teams have grabbed a car that works, they have sprayed it one colour and they've chucked it on the track, so it doesn't have to be nice, it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to roll. So I just scraped the back of these off. So now we've got them all painted. This is just a base coat of paint. As you can see, I went full metal on that one, and I've got to do the silver on the top of that. I forgot that. Again, this is the speed. Just literally, I think we smashed these out in about 2 hours all in all, from start to finish. So we could just leave them there. Could go into more detail, which we've done here. I did a wash. This is just a non-oil wash over the cars. This again brings out the details, makes them look a little bit more finished, in brackets. I need to redo the wheels. The wheels haven't been done yet. I just literally get the bodies of the car done. Let's see, I painted the top of that there. Need to paint that tyre that's been placed on the top to stop it from flipping over. But hey, there they are. So the RX3, which as I said turned out to be my favourite. The lighting unfortunately is horrendous at the moment in my room, and so I do apologise for that. Then we have got the Ford, which again I think came out really well. Kit from Knight Rider in pursuit mode. Knight Rider was a amazingly cheesy TV show back in the 80s, but the car was the star. Sting rod, which again I went full rust on, and blooming lighting. I need to get a new light sorted out, guys. Apologies. The nice jaded hot rod, which I think is the one I did the most on, and again did very little on him. And then we've got the Ford Custom, which looks an awful lot better in the flesh, but you'll get to see them all on the channel very, very soon. If you've made it all the way through this, thank you very much. I said 2 hours I smashed these out in, so it shows that you don't have to be smart, you don't have to be tight. These, I'd be quite happy to fight with these on the table, but I'm going to crush them into each other.